Hi, everybody. This is Jordan McKee.
And this is Kyle Hill.
And today we wanted to give you a little bit of a class / webinar on an idea that we've coined into Are Your Lights On? And the idea is it's a training on how to take your business to a new level. If you have not met us before, or if you, I guess, haven't seen or read any of our content, a little bit about us is, again, my name is Jordan McKee, and I'm here with Kyle Hill, and we're business partners. We're the founders of How to Grow Dough, of the Grow Dough Business Partner, and the Grow Dough Success School. And with that, we've been helping wellness advocates for many years now to grow their doTERRA business and to see more success in their life and what they're doing, and find more joy in what they're doing. You know, we came into the market in a time when many things were just still very new and they were just getting off the ground. And we're helping to, we were trying to help people to see that, you know, they could go forward with their business without having to invest or to lose all of those things that they were fighting for, you know, their freedom, their time, their family, and their integrity, you know,
Yeah.
and teaching people how to do and grow doTERRA in the right ways. So that's a little bit about us. And today, this training is going to be about taking your business to a new level.
And there are a few things we wanted to get into today in this video. And the first is, what does it mean to have my lights on? And the second, we're going to talk about how to separate yourself from the market. The third is investing in your future. And the last is getting more than you pay for. Now, a lot of these things will be going to more depth. And we're really excited because this is of high value. And we hope that you see that. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to send us a message on Facebook or info@howtogrowdough.com.
So this first idea of are your lights on? It's something that Kyle really, I guess Kyle brought to our attention. It was something that we kind of fell upon. You know, it didn't. Yeah. It just came up, not on purpose. Well, if you've read any of our content recently, we've been talking a lot about your morning schedule and refining your morning schedule. And this was something that we both started to do not long ago. And as a part of my morning schedule, after I've, you know, done some study and done some meditation and really thought about my plans for the day, I go out and I go on a little run. And it's not, you know, it's not super impressive or anything like that, but I'm running, right? I'm out. And as I leave my house, it's dark outside. It's early in the morning. It's cold. You know, I'm in my sweats. I've got my headphones on, and it feels like I'm on a distant planet. You know, I'm all alone. It's so quiet, and it's just me and the world. And I started to notice that as I would run down the street, I would see house after house after house, and their lights would all be off. And it started to become something that would really encourage me. So I'd be out and, you know, of course I'm feeling tired. It's early in the morning and, you know, I've got a busy day and, you know, we have a newborn and so we're not getting a great amount of sleep. And so I'm feeling tired. But as I'm running down the street and I'm seeing these houses with their lights off, I would continue to be impressed or to think about the idea of they are in their bed sleeping while you're out here. That's the difference between you and them. You know, their lights are off and yours are on. And as I'd be running home, the street would start to look a little bit more like this street in the picture. People's lights would start to flip on and they'd start to get ready, I guess, probably getting up and getting ready for their day. And I would think again, you know, the difference between you and I is you're just waking up and I've been up for a few hours already. And, you know, you might be hearing that and thinking, wow, I haven't met this Jordan guy, but he's an awfully cocky son of a gun. No, it was not like that. What it was like, it was more matter of fact of this is what separates me and you. The difference is you're sleeping and I'm doing this. You know, the difference is you're just waking up and I've already gotten a lot of things accomplished this day. And so I was talking to Kyle about this And he drew this whole analogy of, are your lights on?
And the point is, as Jordan said, the lights on, we can draw this back to our businesses, in our lives, because as we develop our personal lives and ourselves, we see an increase in our business. And Jordan and I are perfect testimonies of this. We've both seen a dramatic increase in our productivity and in our business. And so that's what came to my mind. I said, it's interesting as you told me that story, the fact that their lights were off and yours were on shows a lot about your choices. The fact that you chose to wake up that early, that you chose to put time in yourself, even though you may not have gotten as much sleep as you quote unquote needed, and that shows a lot about your character and how successful that you want to be. And that's the idea is, are your lights on?
Yeah, it's an interesting thought, because then you can start looking around, and maybe it's not just houses. Maybe you're seeing people and it's like, okay, the difference between me and them was not the fact that I had a house and they did not. We both had houses. It's not that I had a job and they did not. We both had jobs. The difference was my lights were on and theirs were off. And so you could look around and you could see people in the doTERRA business, and you could say the difference between me and them is not that we're both, not that we're working different businesses. It's not that I've got a product that they do not. It's that my lights are on and that their lights are off. This is easily said, and you might be thinking, okay, yeah, that's a really cute analogy, but I'm working my tail off and I'm grinding, I'm up early, I'm out late, I'm holding class, I'm really trying to make this work, and I'm not seeing results. I'm in my house trying to make these things work. I'm trying to watch my kids. I'm trying to bring money in. I'm trying to pay the bills, and I'm not seeing success. So what makes me so different than anybody else? So you're saying my lights are on just because I'm working hard, but I sell the same products as everyone else. I have the same title. I have the same promotions. When it's a new year, new you promotion, or a doTERRA frankincense promotion, or whatever it may be, I offer the same promotions as everybody else. I have the same amount or maybe even less experience than other people in the market. What makes me different? Why am I special? You're bringing up this idea of having my lights on and I'm working my tail off. And maybe it's an insult to me because I feel like I've had my lights on for a long time and nothing is working. And so I'm about ready to turn my lights off when it comes to my doTERRA business, because I don't know what else I can do. I feel like I've done everything I can. Why would anyone choose me? What do I have to offer them? I can't give them experience. I've told them, I've been trying this for several years and I'm not where I wanted to be. I've been going several months and I'm not seeing nearly the success that I wanted. I'm investing money month after month after month, and I'm not seeing any return, maybe $20 here and there. Why would anyone choose me? And I think that this is a realistic way to look at this, because a lot of people are feeling like this. They're looking at their business. They're saying, Jordan, all right, I want my lights on. I want to make this happen, but what am I doing wrong? Where do I need to go?
And we've asked similar questions. This is not just people that we've come in contact with, on our businesses that we've created. And in doTERRA, we ask the same questions. It's a real struggle as Jordan's trying to get across. And what we've come to realize is, we've created our businesses and have grown doTERRA, that it's not always in, doing the same things all the time. It's more of having better actions that bring better results, trying to look at yourself and your business and say, what can I do differently? How can I keep my lights on, but not just have them on, but use that time to better myself and better my business. And, the first point that it comes to is defining and refining yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know what it is that you want. You have to know all these things so that you're able to refine that, so that you can utilize the time that your light's on to its utmost capacity.
In religious concepts, people often use the phrase testimony to talk about something that they know, that they're able to testify of, right? And my thing is, you need to have a testimony of yourself. You need to have a knowledge that you are powerful, that you're incredible, and that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. You need to when you're asking yourself questions like, why would anyone choose me? You need to be able to look at yourself and say, I am powerful beyond all reason. I am the best person of me. I'm the best me in the world. And no one else is better at being me than I am. And so our goal is to then help you refine your process and to help you become your best self. And so the best thing, the first thing you really need to do is you need to define where you are and figure out what you need to refine, and then continue that process continuously. We're doing that constantly, defining where we are both as a business and as an individual, and refining that and making it better. And as you continue to do that daily, small steps lead to great results over a continued period of time. And you know what? I'm just going to jump into the next one here, Kyle. The define, refine your process. Better actions bring better results is the title of this page. I can't tell you how many people that I've worked with, or even Kyle and I working in our own businesses, that, you're grinding and you're working hard, you're like, my lights are on, I'm really going, but you're not seeing any results. And often it's because you've got the wrong process, right? If you look at it like a machine, like this little cartoon machinery to the left, if you're filling up these bottles, but you don't have any bottles, your process isn't going to work. Or you're out of gas in the machine, or maybe you're focused so much on spending on spending and figuring out bottles, you never put a thought to what needs to go in the bottle or how you're going to sell the bottle, right? So defining and refining your process as far as, okay, how am I going to find people? How am I going to improve? How am I going to, how will I teach them? How will I enroll them? How will I start to do these? Defining that process and having a step-by-step picture of what things look like. And then as it works and doesn't work and changes, refining that process is a huge step in having your lights on. Just working isn't a sign of success. You could work and work and work and never get anything. And so what we're trying to teach you, how do you work and get results?
And I think that's an important point that you touched on there, Jordan, is, I think the solution that many people look for when they're not getting the results that they want is to work longer hours or to work more. And, you could say, keep your light on all night, but if you're not doing it in the most productive way possible, or back to your analogy of the bottles, if you're filling up the bottle with the wrong solution that people don't want, you're just wasting that time that the light is on. And so, as Jordan said, our goal and our objective is to help you see what is most effective for you, not only in your personal life, but also in your business. And one of those ways that we do that is helping you to find the best tools for the trade, because a lot of time can be saved by using these tools. And the machine there on the left is a good example of this. You could do this by hand, but if you have that, the conveyor belt, or you have the assembly line all set up, it's going to be much easier and your time's going to be much better spent.
I always joked with my family that when I grew up, that my job was going to be on infomercials, an infomercial actor, and I would be the one that would be using the tool before they presented the new improved, the person who makes every job seem so difficult, right? Are you tired of using that same old vegetable shredder, that peeler? Are you tired of digging with that same old shovel? And that guy that just makes it look like, oh my gosh, this is so impossible.
The first human being to ever dig a hole.
That's right. I have no idea how to do this. But, all jokes aside, you have those times where it's like, gosh, I don't know if this is even working. And you're starting to look and saying, maybe this isn't the business for me. But the reality is you're just using a rusty tool, or you're just using the wrong tool. Maybe you're trying to, dig a hole with a spoon when you could get a shovel. And so what we think is better actions bring better results. A good step is understanding what are the best tools for me to be using. Growing your skills. So we have fitted there, or FTED, or Kyle calls it the FTED.
FTED sounds better.
But what that is, we've got finding, teaching, enrolling, duplicating. Okay. This does not need to be booth presentations. This does not need to be driving skills. This does not need to be who travels the most miles. What your skills that are most important to us is how can you find, how can you teach, how can you enroll, and how can you duplicate. Better actions bring better results. So if you've already figured out who you are, you figured out your process, you figure out the best tools you can use. Now it's time to start refining yourself, right? Growing those skills, becoming a better finder. Okay, now I'm finding more people. Now I need to become a better teacher so I can enroll more of those people. Now, as I need to improve my enrollment process so more of those people are duplicating. So you see, you've got the tools, but then you have to go back to fixing the most important resource you have, yourself, and to grow those skills.
And moving on to the next point, and this one I think is very important, expanding your reach. And first thing I wanted to say about this is that oftentimes in a business, it's hard to look ahead. It's hard to, project into the future and say, I'm going to put off maybe a little bit of success now for long-term success and, maybe automated success. Now, what I mean by this is there are many tools and platforms available today that you're able to expand your reach. The internet is a great way to be able to tap into markets you would never have the opportunity to if those did not exist. Now, we teach you ways that you can, build up your presence online, become a so-called expert, and then that helps you to then build a long-term relationship, because once that stuff is up there, you're able to make your relationships and have your reach touch those people long after you post it, or you make that content. And so that's an important part of business, is because oftentimes we get so stuck on the daily tasks of, I have to get this done today, I have to do this booth today, that we put off those items that we're able to reach more people with our true talents.
Well, and as you're defining your process, you're saying, wow, I'm seeing these great results with talking to 80 people. Often our idea is, okay, what would it be if I talked to 100 people? But in business, usually the best result is to add zeros. So instead of talking to 80 people, what are my results like if I talk to 800 people? What are my results like if I talk to 8,000 people? 80,000 people, 800,000 people. We start adding zeros. And so you look at that now, and that may be totally like, oh my gosh, how can I do that? But by expanding your reach both online and offline, it's possible. And you can start using the tools and the redefined process and refined processes to your advantage. This last step is real education. And this is something that's very important to Kyle and I, because both of us being professionally educated, I think we still consider ourselves mostly self-educated as far as getting in and finding the right education for us for the skills that we needed. And so when it comes to education, my take is always what, so what, and now what? Okay. I know that there is an overwhelming amount of education about doTERRA, but there's a lot of things that you're looking at. Okay. Is it teaching me what? Yeah. Okay. It's teaching me what? Is it teaching me so what? Yeah. Maybe it's teaching me so what? Is it teaching me now what? And a lot of the times the trainings will not include all of those things. It'll bring up a problem or it'll bring up a solution, but it won't give you a so what or a what or a now what. And so in a real educational process, what you're looking for is things that are going to teach you not only to change the way you look at the world, but improve the way you look at the world. Okay. So not just to see problems, but to find solutions. And that's what real education offers, is you come away a more powerful individual. There is more value in your stock than there was before.
And by this education, you get to learn what other people's struggles are and their successes are, tips from them, and just overall saying, hey, I can do that. That's something that I can do. I have that expertise. And you'll see that, you're more powerful than you think. And that goes back to defining and refining yourself. By learning from other people, not trying to be them, you're able to more fully refine and define yourself. And so these are the ideas and the actions that are going to bring you some better results. And so Jordan, tell us why we're talking about all this.
Well, the reason we're going into this is because as Kyle and I worked in this industry for a long time, we were finding, you know what, there's nothing that's offering all these solutions. And we were getting a lot of people coming to us and saying, hey, you know, can you offer personal consultation services? Can you do this? I need help with this. And so what we decided to do, we created, as you can see in the top right corner, we created the Growdo Success School. And the idea was that we can learn and grow together. And so we took this to a new level and we created something called the 5-week success course. And this success course, if we go back, is designed to help with these things, to figure out who you are and how to improve yourself, to figure out what your process is and how to improve it, to get in your hands the best tools in the doTERRA market, to grow your skills, to expand your reach, and to educate you in real ways and powerful ways. So the idea was, what if we could package this and what if we could give it to people in a way that it would help and guarantee growth and success? And that's what we went to work on. And we've seen amazing results from it. You know, what we wanted to do is we want to spend a couple minutes and just give you a little bit of feedback. We've been able to work with what we call Growdo Success Scholars, right, from all over the world. In the United States and Canada, Australia, all over the world, we've been working with these success scholars to help them improve their business. And let's hear a little feedback of what they have to say.
So here's just a short testimonial saying, I have been working in the business side of doTERRA for over 3 years. This course opened my eyes as to why my business has been growing so slowly. I'm now confident in myself as a leader, as well as all other aspects of my life. And so it goes to show you the different aspects that we're trying to get at, not just business, but personal, really understanding what you can do to push to the next level.
I am a gold wellness advocate, and I truly derive benefit from Jordan and Kyle's Growdo Success School. I've had real eye-opening lessons throughout my 5-week presence as a Success School scholar, and I have so much to take home and work on. Kyle and I are firm believers in under-promising and over-delivering. We want to make sure that you take home a lot and that you feel like you got just everything that you could have wanted from a success school.
And this next testimonial is a great one because it may, questions you may have. And they say, I wasn't sure if this course would be worth the money because I do a lot of personal education, but I was well pleased. I hope to be shouting out Kyle and Jordan as I walk across the stage this fall. And that's what we want from you too. You know, we do this because we love to help people. We love to see people succeed because we've been through those difficult times of not knowing what to do or what the next step is. And so these are the things that we really love to see.
So you might be asking yourself, what does this cost? How much does it cost? Okay, so this may seem like a scary figure to you. It's a one-time payment of $500 or a 2-time payment of $250. So you might be saying, oh my goodness, why so much money? Well, it's because you're getting an extraordinary amount of things. It's actually worth much more than this, but we were trying to make this a point where those that were really serious about growing their doTERRA business would be able to afford it, and that we'd be able to keep food on the table at the same time. And so what we're looking at is a investment for your business. So you're saying, okay, what could you possibly give me that would be worth $500 and 5 weeks of my time? Well, first off, you may be asking, 5 weeks, what does that mean? This is an online training. And so you can move at your own pace. You can learn at your own pace. There'll be 10 plus exclusive trainings. You'll be getting 2 a week. And with those trainings, you can either listen to them the day they come out, or you can listen to them anytime in the week at your own schedule. And after those trainings run, you have lifetime access to them. And so you don't have to worry about, okay, I've got to get all of this in 5 weeks. You've got access to these 10 plus exclusive trainings. Why do I say 10 plus? Because Kyle and I have a hard time not giving you everything. And so what we do is, if we teach a class and we feel like we didn't give you enough information, we'll turn that class into 2 or 3 classes to make sure that you get all the education you need on that subject.
We're also going to give you 2 months free access to the business partner. And the Grow to Business Partner, as we stated earlier, is another product that we've created, a tool to help you organize your business so that you can make sure that you're taking full advantage of your time. So we're going to give you 2 months free to be able to, alongside the Success School, utilize that and organize. You're also going to have a landing page or a lead generation page. Now, what this is, it'll be a way for you to tell a little bit about yourself or your company so that people can opt in to learn more about the product. Now, typically, we charge anywhere between $300 and $500 for these landing pages. So you can see that's a huge benefit that we've added in there for you.
We've created a product hand in hand with some business partners called Tree Free Cards, and it is a e-business card account. We'll talk to you more about it as you join in the Success School. But you're going to get free premium lifetime account with Tree Free Cards, which is a great additive to your education here. You will also get a free consult with the certified life coach. We work with Scott. He is our certified life coach, and we've had just raving testimonials from those that are working with Scott. And so you'll get an opportunity to sit down with him and talk with him one-on-one after the course. And as well as, during this course, you'll have exclusive access to us. And what does that mean? That means you send us emails, you send us questions, we talk, we set up times that we can strategize and work with you. And what we really want to make sure is we want to make sure that this course is leading you towards success. So as the title of this slide states, you are getting much more than you pay for. Much more than you pay for. As we give you hours and hours and hours of training, access to the best tools on the market, lifetime access to many schools, many tools, access to us and consulting and strategy, plus your landing page on top of it all. You're getting much more than your money's worth. And we want to make sure that, that this package attracts those that are ready to dominate in doTERRA, those that are ready to grow, those that are ready to turn their lights on and to separate themselves from the rest of the market.
And that's exactly right. And above all, you have access to us, but to each other. A lot of value has been already derived from the scholars who have gone through and now have access to the premium mastermind group so that they can continue to talk, and we post there. And, that's strictly for people that have passed through the 5-week success course. And so we're super excited for this. We know that it's much more than you're paying for, and you'll see as you get in and start to learn the content and the resources that we're giving to you. And so I guess last of all, if you have any questions at all, always feel free to send us a message. We're on Facebook at How to Grow Dough. And then you can also message us at info@howtogrowdough.com. Send us any questions you have, any concerns, and we'd love to talk to you. We're open. This isn't something that we're hiding anything from you.
Exactly. And so if you're looking at this and you're viewing this, we do only accept a limited number of seats in our success course. And so if you're interested in saving yourself a seat now, a link should be appearing below where you can connect. If you're not seeing that link, then again, just contact us on Facebook or via email, and we'll make sure that we get you set up. So thank you so much for your time. We hope that this has been educational and helpful for your business, and we look forward to working more with you soon.